A cesspit can be defined as a pit for the disposal of liquid waste and sewage, which in the case of Twitter, cesspit is the understatement of the century. Now, cancel culture isn't exactly a new concept, with everyone from James Charles to fucking Aunt Jemima being cancelled. What the fuck? But regardless if they deserved it or not, the place to do it is always the same. Twitter. Either by hashtag, retweet, or jschlap Twitter replies, your dirty secrets have been dug up, and now that time you call the gay man gay has come to haunt you. But why, I hear you ask? Why do they care so very much about what people say? Well, most put it up to the lack of father figure, and surprising absence of grass in their lives. But personally, I think an unhealthy obsession with Korean boy bands and 2010 block game characters might have something to do with the seemingly endless amount of time these malformed brains seem to have. So with a casualty list in the thousands, it's no surprise every man in his body pillow is fed up with cancel culture. But where did this toxic behaviour come from? Well, put simply, it came from Tumblr. After Tumblr started to sink into a pit of irrelevance, all the Tumblr users needed a new place to go. And so they decided that Twitter would be their new home. And the site they found wasn't anything like the safe space of Tumblr they were used to. So they went on a campaign to cancel anyone they deemed triggering. And as Twitter grew, so did this culture of harassing people for a week and then forgetting about them and the death threats they sent. Speaking of cancelled, Elon Musk, what a character. A crypto-having, fun-loving, right-winged billionaire. It's been a long time since we've had a real eccentric billionaire, like actual Looney Tunes shit, so when Elon decided that he wanted to buy Twitter, the world agreed it was pretty funny. But then he became their biggest shareholder overnight with 9% of its shares, and asked to buy the whole company. And the internet went apeshit, either over the moon about Lord Elon, or mortified a billionaire autist was buying their safe space. Everyone knew of this possible deal. But one thing Elon overlooked when buying Twitter was bot accounts. See, Twitter says about 5% of their accounts are bots, but third-party research claim that it could be fucking half.
Something fishy's going on.
Which is just slightly more. So with that realization, Elon decided he was going to pull out of the deal. So in retaliation, Twitter decides to sue Elon for pulling out of the acquisition deal. Which if you think about for a moment, is really telling on the internals of Twitter. Like if your company is so shit that you are suing someone so that they have to buy your company, things can't be going well. So I guess we'll all hold our breath for the October trial. Now, as much as Twitter is a terrible platform, it does have one silver lining. The YouTube Twitter account. Now, YouTube is a massive company, but its creator support has never been up to scratch with the rest of the site. So to get any kind of change on YouTube, creators have to be adding and hashtagging YouTube like mad to resolve any kind of issues. And in all honesty, the 5 employees running the Twitter account, props to them for outperforming the entire YouTube support system. Speaking of big companies, Twitter is filled with them. Some are normal, promoting new menu items or another fucking sauce, but other brands, they've got to take it a step further. They've got to be funny. And for a while, they were kind of funny. A chuckle here, a snicker there. But then we got the Memer, and the Grubhub ad, Morbius, and whatever the fuck Denny's is doing. It became so fucking formulaic it felt like 1984. But then, our saving grace. It came in the form no one expected. One of shell and ocean might. It came in the form of a crab. The Silence brand crab was everywhere. Under every tweet. Any forced corporate produced meme? Silence brand. Wendy post a wholesome funny about their burgers? Silence brand. McDonald's replies with a relatable pun about their Sprite? Silence brand. Denny's? Silence brand. Those some fought back. Those who weren't Wendy's suffered under every post. And there they would remain in a pool of mediocrity, with the occasional Szechuan sauce or McDonald's Wojak. Now, when you look at any other social media, you see verified creators. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, even Snapchat has verified accounts. And all these platforms have some kind of system, an algorithm of sorts to determine if an account should be verified. But our friend Twitter? No, they're far too good for that kind of thing. Twitter's instead decided that they will implement a revolutionary system by getting some random guy to do it. Yep, that's literally it. There's just some account that follows you and bam, you're verified. And if you say anything that pisses off the Twitter gods, poof, and it's gone. Sometimes they just remove it because they fucking feel like it. And it's gotten to the point where some people are getting inside contacts at Twitter for the elusive checkmark. And people that are verified, are they creators? Do they have large followings? They post banger daily memes? Nope, they are instead pretentious arseholes using their false sense of power they develop to be arseholes about being verified, to such a point that having a blue checkmark is now a bad thing. Like Twitter, listen, out of all your flaws and shortcomings, I'm pretty sure even Stevie Wonder could see that that shit ain't working. So now we've had an honest look at the clearly flawless landscape of Twitter, how about we make our own? Well, from what we've seen, we'll need a few ingredients. First, a population of keyboard warriors, then a dash of billionaire interest, followed by a sea of botted accounts, then a larger company's entire user base only being able to see any change by using our site, adding that bit of dependency. Then, every possible brand added to the mix, and let them make the worst memes. For good measure, add a random number generator for our verifying system, and with little to no maintenance, just like that, we have Twitter. So that's that. Twitter. What a fucking mess. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. You know where the like and sub button are if you did enjoy. And until next time, procrastinators.
水力マックス行くぞ